Thokozani, I am Pwabadimu and I welcome you to my channel and thank you so much for choosing to view my video. Today I'll be talking about support system, something that, people struggle with and are often, set back because of support system. Going through a spiritual transition or a journey, it is very, very, very emotionally, physically, in every kind of way you can think of draining because it alters your life, it changes everything around you. We always have, the stigma that is around being gifted and coming out or, telling your family that this is me and this is what I discovered about myself. Some families tend to reject you. I know people that have cut ties with their families and are doing their own things because of the rejection we kind of face. Sometimes it's very frustrating because you look at these people and you think you my family and amadlozi wasemagini lawa that are in my life and angizikhethelanga idlozi, you understand, and that is where uza kuzoba nenkulumo ezingcolile whereby someone is saying ukuthi uthatha idlozi lakhe out of jealousy. Sometimes even in the case of if someone was there in the family that they knew of, their spiritual gift and they were always awaiting that person to pass on their gift to them, and it does not happen. And when we are there out of the blue and you're like, I want to go consult and they said I have a gift, it often causes that friction in the family. In most cases, what is the problem is that we all come from Christian backgrounds. I don't want to sit here and sound as though it is nothing unfamiliar to me. It's just that all the time, when I hear someone says that, they speak as though they are stepping into this new, unfiltered territory that is like, I come from a Christian background. And what are we supposed to do? Give you a t-shirt, give you a crown. You come from a Christian background, so what? We are all part of the system. I think the proper word to use is I come from a Christian background and I just discovered my truth. That's just it, because what the terms people use, hey, I come from a Christian background and isn't is understand, isn't this darling. Yes, isn't lazy. This is my life. This is some of us, this is our life. This is all we are, So Christian background, it'll always be there, one thing I was sharing, I think a few weeks ago, I was invited on a live, is that with all religions or whatever the case might be, even when it comes to whatever the case might be, we have the alpha in the all spirituality, depending on whatever religion it is. Guno, Ganesh, Guno, like Baning man, Muhammad, Guno, like it's a lot, because everyone has that belief that there is that one person that was sent to the world from this great spiritual realm to be a representation of our creator, umdali or umvelingan, whatever you want to call that, your alpha, your great I am, and it just differs with religion and religion. But if you can check, the context are all the same. Something that what people that come from a Christian background, I say, Guti, it is not necessarily about your religion. It is about how your religion has been portrayed to you. Because a religion is a system that is needed to keep you in track. And like it says to you, you cannot access your power. You always have to look up to someone who is there in your community as a spiritual leader to access the greater power, so that you can access your creator. It's always like that. It's like I look at religion as having like a middleman for your spiritual life. Because if you can look at all these concepts, whatever it is, you having whatever it is in your life, it's all about your power. It's very rare that I would think to myself that I have an angel that has golden hair or whatever the case may be, because we we're programmed or rather taught ukuthi everything that is of a certain skin color, it is pure, it is clean, and we never will know the depth of spirituality if we are not open-minded, because people often take this thing yobungoma and spirituality and make it a big debate as though amadlozi it's a different territory, and God and Jesus are a different thing. And I don't engage in such things because I often feel people will just blow the things out of proportion. What if I could sit here and tell you, see, Jesus was walking amongst people just like everyone else. Ujust bekanedlozi, bekanesipho, bekayisangoma, and bekakwazi ukuthi axhumane nabantu abadala, and but people look at me like, whatever the case might be, blah, 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 blah. So that's why I'm saying some people take it further. So if you are here and you are coming from Leo's situation, Leo, there is nothing wrong with that. It's a matter of unlearning, because we have nothing documented about our spiritual ways. It's just people that are here that are teaching, our great elders that came before us, and us that are also going to eventually someday be great elders to some people, that are here to just teach on the depth of these things. I myself, sit here and I've never, not even once, nitsing pupa izinto zamadlozi or whatever the case might be, seeing a Gabriel in my dreams, or twice, I don't remember, or seeing some man with curly 24-inch hair coming to me, because I'm in the spiritual realm, I need to be there, like Nabuka, but yeah, at least have something to tell you about. But it hasn't been that way for me, and I have been everywhere. And look, I'm sitting here, you are looking at someone that was a prayer warrior. I was a prayer warrior. I was that girl. I was a praise and worship leader. I was a Rabakashan Kushan Chik Chak Chak speaking in tongue person. And I say this because my faith was deep. Even in the church I was in, my gift was working, because I could see things. I could go tell my pastor that, look, this is what I dream of. Or we would move or rent a place and I tell them that this place is not good because this is what I saw in my sleep at night. And those things would come to pass. Up until I'm the one that's seeing this, and I just feel that nobody's getting this, because your gift you are born with. I seen Tolayo endleleni usahambe estradini is, hello, hi, yimi gift yakho. No, it's not like that. You are born with your gift. So now we need to understand that babazali bethu probably nabo bebabaleka izinto zobungoma, or rather zendlela zamadlozi, because of the fear. Right now we are making this whole spiritual life relatable and understandable. And I think if that was the case, abantu abadala bebangeke babe ngale ndlela bebangayo, you'd honestly think of ukuthwasa and think of something dirty, think of witchcraft, think of that, and with parents, that will sit there and say, lento lena yikho and awekho lamadlozi lawo, it becomes very tricky because there's no support system. I know of people that are living with parents that feel stuck, I know people that are constrained by marriages, I know people that are constrained by society, because we often want validation from people as into how to go about our gift. What a spiritual journey does, it peels you like an onion, a red onion. It peels your layers and it leaves you stripped naked. And this is a journey, I always say, that you will have to walk alone. Sometimes alone, with no support system, with nothing, with no money in your pocket, because we are all writing a story of our own different journeys. What I went through is not what you're going to be going through, and we often base our gifts or validations from what the society says, what people accept. Is my family gonna accept me? Is my girlfriend gonna accept me? Is whoever. If people care about you, care about your health, your spiritual well-being, they will not judge you, they will accept you. But sometimes it is good to notice when you need to start over as a person and have your own life, because you might be sitting there feeling stuck and saying, I can't move on, because honestly, at some point million phahla amadlozi wasekini, and you can't do lezi zinto lezi emcasheni. And I always say there's the within the spiritual gift part, there are many kinds of people. There are people that have been diagnosed and they know they have a gift, but because of family dynamics, they are just living with a gift. They are not using their gift. They are living with a gift. And living with a gift, it is painful because you know what your problem is. You know what is going on. You feel frustrated. But why is it not helping me or whatever? Those are what we call people that are living with a gift. I'm a situation now, but they are very tricky. Where else? Who's gonna help you to pume? Right now, you're sitting watching this video. You don't even have a rand in your account, and you know that I have a gift because as is Katie at the end of the day. But I don't want you to go to view amadlozi as abantu that are here to disrupt, because that's why I say calling is not for everyone. The people that are discovering their spiritual life, there's nothing wrong with you, but if there's a calling in your life, you need to understand that it's a lot of things that goes on around. There are people that are walking their journey, laba that are trying to go about things, but people are not helping them properly, or family is causing so much problems, or you're facing financial constraints, or whatever the case might be, or you're having your own personal things. Because with the whole spiritual journey thing, it just, like I said, it takes what is at the bottom, and you're forced to face your skeletons, everything and anything in between. And there are people that are procrastinating their gifts, people that know they have a gift but bayasabe, and they're like, or whatever the case might be. Because now it's another thing when you get a consultation today and you're like, do you really understand what it is you mean? Do you really understand the journey you need to walk? Because there's certain things that don't work for certain people. And that's why I'm saying, if you have some spiritual enlightenment or someone that is there to assist you with your path, good for you. If you do not have, you wait and be patient and try probably gather around certain things that are going on with you. Because like I said, you need to let your people know, as because but because you're not ready, what happens? Loyo msebenzi loyo messes up your life. Or uvumidlozi, and there's just this back and forth between amadlozi. That's why I'm saying getting an X-ray, it's important, and being honest to yourself, Nakona, it's important. We always want the gift. We say, but are we ready to walk the 9 mile? Are we willing to sacrifice, even if it means sacrifice ourselves, our families, anything that we knew that belonged to us, or sometimes even our careers, So it's one of those things that are there. Honestly, if you're looking for a support system, you should just forget. Lana, endleleni yendlozi, you walk this, because lezinto esindlula kuzo and izinto esibhekana nazo ziyimfihlo to the naked eye, and it will always be that way. I'm not talking about ukuthwasa. Ukuthwasa is because nakhona masephehlweni kubuhlungu when there's no support system. I know it makes you stronger, but kubuhlungu because no one cares about you, no one checks up on you, that joy of calling at Kai, but today or those little achievements, you don't have anyone to share with them, because a kind is just and uyabuya, and they're treating you like you're some plague. Those are the stigmas I went through, with, my paternal side of the family. They treated me like I had some form of plague. They looked at me like, I don't know why, but so they're like, and it was just, downright disrespect. Even today, I being like this in some area like certain time, and really see for, so I just being your hambisiza and your Caesar, and mama that were there, and you could just tell they gossiping about me. And the other one said, "Oh, madam, I'm begging uyasebenza lo, and lo munye to sazi, and bakhuluma ngaphansi kwama mask." I felt so hurt and disappointed, and I probably thought in my mind that probably one of her kids or her grandkids, banedlozi, and I'm combo because you don't know what I'm going through. Ukuhlale ugqoka ama bangles, so ufake literally like, yeah, to the community Mauvela, they already know that we are gula and you're on medication. Like, this is my medication, and someone would take it lightly just because of my appearance, just because of who I am, just because, people still think like that. I could be wearing like anything good. Like, I wish to wear like fancy things and all of that, but this is as fancy as it gets. And really, Ninja, would I wake up in the morning and be like, "Hi, I'm Sabawell, red and white beats, Sabawell, Bengals, Sabawell, the Spanla, Sembuzi." No, who does that, But I was like, it's society, and what can you say? We're still rejected even till today, and there's nothing, and I don't have nothing to explain to anyone, And even in that space, oh, you go corner, I don't know where, but and everyone was like, because I was wearing beads, and I'm because it's not my place. I don't like that drama, She's wearing all kinds of beads, it's a spare in the lap, and I was like, not today, Felicia, like, that's how I'm saying, spiritual things are deep, they leave you drained. Sometimes isn't then you'll be like, now you look at them and like, hello. Up until you get to see that differently, because I just become so drained when it comes to such things, And when it comes to a support system aweko, don't lie to yourself. No one will ever accept you. And nakona, are you mentally prepared for the rejections? Imagine something as simple as a friendship or a relationship. You have to always audition yourself, explain yourself, because the first thing they do is they ask you. That timing sapati Bible signs up of fire. Praise the Lord. So tell me now, how did it start? With me, with everyone you go, it's always the case. They ask you, it's like annoying. You be with someone, they don't trust you because they feel good to the bad lawyer. Like, it gets tiring. We are also mama at some point. Your friend introduces you to their friends automatically. And you get like, what can I do? Are these things that you are ready for? Because these things is what you're gonna experience. This is what you're gonna go through. Are you ready for living alone your life with no one? Are you ready? Are you ready for the it's just a lot. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I might sit here, look pretty, and you think this is it. It is not. After this, I switch off this, camera, and I go back to the reality that I'm in. It is not easy. And it gets worse when you're a gifted person, because your life it just becomes altered in a very much way. Some people never find their way back. So, support system is not there. I don't want to lie to you. There are people that I know I've come across and say, as Gogo, you've helped me through my spiritual journey. You've been supporting me. I was supporting you, yes, spiritually, because you feel as though not, but now, she relates, girl, I see you, but it ends there. After you watch this video, what next? Endly nuyakula, you wake up, who do you tell that you're not okay? How do you even begin to explain to your parents about believer? You're seeing things in the house. How do you explain to your friends that you're seeing things about them? Or they should give you space. There's no support system. When it comes to using Tozobungoma, or is it whatever spiritual journey, or is it to highlight, there'll always be that judgment. Sometimes people don't understand, but and they look at you as like you don't have direction, not understanding. There is no direction, because stop. You just need to align yourself and fix yourself. And the fixing part is not easy. Like I tell you, I always say it is a journey, because the gunzima, for you to eventually reach the first pit stop, and then from the pit stop, it's a lot. It's a lot. 5 years later, and I'm still saying the same words I was saying ngiqeda ukuthwasa. Mabathi ukuthwasa kunzima, bebangakhulumi ngokuthwasa kokubhodla. Ukuthwasa kupheli. So support system ayikho kubuhlungu. It's painful out here. Like I don't even have the words to describe. Like this, the words are in my spirit, but it's so hard to take them, like bring them out, because it's a lot. When it comes to support system, these are things as is pulai in our families, in our communities, because there's no support system. I say, Guti, if in yakho ilwa, stand for something, because if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for everything. You're gonna fall for basically what your family. If you are independent enough to have your own home, do that and follow your spiritual path. It will never punish you for that, because at least uyazama ukuthi ungaguli, because living with your spiritual gift, it means that you accepting that I'm gonna be sick until I die. That is deep stuff. That is deep. And you will never have a life that is going to amount to anything, and you accept that, because it is what it is. And procrastinators, you still have time on your hands and you're playing. Look at the ones living with their gift. They want to do something, but their hands are tied. It is painful times that we live in. I just long for the day whereby when you say unohlozi, or your family is gonna sit down with you, you found yourself, and want to hear about it and be like, can we do something for you? What do you need? Gosh. But uza mawuthi esontweni bathi babeke kuphi angakwazi nokulayita impepho. Yeah, the societies of families you come in, sometimes ezinye izinto toxic, and whoever that is watching this video, and I've touched something in your life, and you know that, yeah, since waqala le ndlela you've lost everything, phephisa. I'm really sorry. Ngelinye ilanga kuzocaca konke lokhu. Nami ngangitshelwa kanjalo, ngibona ingathi yazi bangijwayela kabi, they just saying this, but I still walk, and thank you so much for watching this video. I am Pobadimu, the advocate of Idlozi, and once again, it is Oh My Idlozi, another topic. This is very touchy. I think I'm just thinking about where I come from and where I'm at, and how many people are going through what I went through and they don't have any way to talk about, Thank you so much for watching this video. You can leave your comments down below and subscribe if you still haven't. And I will definitely see you later. Thokoza.